Alright, let's get chat started on this casual, chill thing. And to find it first on my channel. Hopefully it leads me right to the, thank you. That's the one I did. I'll link it off. Ow, my leg. Um, all right. If you comment, I will only see it. Oh my gosh, why'd you skip a letter? Why do you do this to me, computer? Alright, smaller faces makes everything better. Yay! Alright, now I'm ready. Oh my gosh, I am so used to playing Resident Evil 2, I started like clicking the other stick. Don't worry, I'll get back into it. Yeah! Sing like a guitar. Can't wait to go to Misty Villa. That's a fair place. Whoa, don't do that. Cool, let's... Haha, I met you in Bloodborne. Not really. I just did. Man, that whole dialogue tree I just did sounds something like in Dingo Pictures. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's pretty accurate. 103 Dalmatians. What else? They do a bunch of Disney ripoffs. Without it being called Disney ripoffs. Small warthogs. More swamp levels that are just swamp levels. Not poison levels from software. Just swamp levels. I'm gonna go meet the rescuers or something. Man, hang on. Sorry about that. Something in my mouth. Yeah, you want all those gross details. Like, what happened? Whenever people go somewhere and streams, I'm like, for a long time, I'm like, did they get kidnapped? Nah, man. They just have a bathroom on the other side of the house sometimes. I'm gonna drink this water real quick. Maybe that will help. Gotta start this early. Because of reasons that I can't say. I cannot say these things. Okay. Whatever, man. We can do that. Rock on. Wish I could jump on that. Ow, my knees. I always say that. Because I'm used to playing Uncharted. That guy has so much damaged knees. Ridiculous. Man, stupid chickens. Oh, I figured I'd do that. Again, man. I apologize, but man, when you have a lot of grease, it's just what. Okay. I barely flicked it, and it went off in another direction. I always forget where all the gyms are, but grab that. I don't want to talk to you. What did I do wrong? What's the matter with me? I wonder if we could ever reach that. I'm not even gonna try. Of course I'd get hit. You're gonna have that perfect jump, and sometimes you'll just miss. Oh man. I'm kinda sweating in here. Even though it's like something something degrees. Dark side something something. Come here, chicken. Man, I have to interrupt myself a lot. I'm trying not to hit the mic when I raise my hand. It's something self-conscious that I need to get used to. I was hoping not a heavy breather. That thing's sensitivity is on. I can't say high, but are you ready for the gauntlet? Cause this is an unfair level. Needs more chickens. Oh wait, this isn't the one. This is the fair one. This is a good introduction to like electricity and all that stuff. Except for these guys. I don't like these guys. They're simple to dodge, but it's like you don't expect them to fire that much. All of a sudden you have to deal with these guys that are like firing everywhere. Once you get used to it, it's fine, but it's like don't expect. It's Misty something, I forget. But it's the most unfair level, artificially difficult. Don't tell me it's not, because it is. Nope. Dodging skills, man. There's one thing. Vegans have taught me is how to dodge attacks. Especially one as simple as this. You know, if you do get hit, it's not a big deal. If you're competent, you don't need help. You shouldn't, anyway. Thank you, Sparks. I would have missed those. And you. See, I got 27, and that's more than enough. Cool. That first dragon here. They're immune to their own electricity. That's interesting. What are you laughing about? Some enemies have to be patient on. You just want to kill them as fast as possible, but sometimes that's just not possible. If you know what I mean. Clunk. And I went by that thing and made a clunk sound. I want to do it again. See? What the heck? Oh, what? You gotta, now you have to figure out the priority of each enemy. That was my fault for not looking ahead. Oh boy. Woo, I got lucky there. I jumped all over it. Woo, skills. Well, he was standing up, then he laid down. He's like, no, I'm laying down the entire time. You've been lied to. It's best to burn those guys. What's the matter? This was one of those levels I had to come back to. Excuse me. I apologize. I've he can't cancel his animations. Awesome. Come on. There you go. Don't have to hurry. You can just chill out. Oh good. I'm glad they fluttered. That is a nice inclusion that I appreciate. Something I could give them props for in Spyro 1 is giving you a flutter if you miss a jump. Well, I missed it anyway. I should have known better. I should have known you can't go back. I should have just flown down in a different angle or something, but hey, whatever. Why did you do that? Sometimes when you flick on the stick, it goes in a random direction. I push straight, but no, it means, like, east-west or something. Like, you go at 90 degrees instead of straight. I know. I know how to say things. What? I will say, without achievements to get, it just like, grab every gem. Like, okay. Okay. There has to be more to it than that. There's another one over here. Did I get them both? I guess I did. Okay, fair enough. I didn't want to leave until I was sure. Where are you? Because I wouldn't know where to go. Or... Okay. Thanks for... Oh, that's right, I forgot. You had to get those two as well. I knew I was missing a plateau somewhere. Huh. I mastered the fly dash a long time ago. And it still works in this game. In fact, you used to be able to jump charge in Spyro 2, and it would actually get you further. And you had no... You didn't have need for the triangle button to use the flutter ability in the second Spyro, but now you have to. It's kind of like required. Alright, I'm ready. For Misty Bog. Actually, I might go for the flight... anti-fun flight simulator. Is it down here? Yes, wild flight. We'll do this one first. I just didn't want to start out on a flight level. At least want to give myself some time to get used to it again. But these simples are intuitive and simple. Simple, intuitive, simple. Words, huh? Okay, thanks. I forget where I'm going. Because if you forget where you're going on these, it's death. See what I mean? Free try, thank you. It's a little bit faster on these though. Load them graphics. High definition. Okay. Like, it is scary how close to water you are in this level. Because resetting is just annoying. It's not... Now I gotta destroy boats. Destroy the boats. Now we got the treasure chest. Let's just destroy the chest. We got plenty of time. What the heck? Okay. See, missing one ruins your whole pattern. Forget I should 1 inch row, but whatever. Ah, dang it. But through here, they all come at the same angle. Yeah. How did I run out of time? Yeah, baby. Quit. Just always head forward. Always head towards the people that are running around, because that way you can get to them faster. You can use the R2. It's kind of funny, like, I know where the R1, R2 stuff is, I just never look at them. It's one of those intuitive things, like, back in the day, it's like, if you use the SNES controller, you just knew what to do. You're like, oh yeah, I do press that button to do this. It didn't need to be explained. Oh right, Misty Bog, yeah, that's right. Yay, Misty Bog. I do like the treetop level. People say like, eh, it's a difficult level, it's unfair. Like, nah. It's fun. It's really fun. I used to love that level back in the day, and I still do. However, this is the level I think people like don't like. I mean, people should not like. It never gets really mentioned, except on Twitter it was mentioned. I'm like, thank goodness someone else sees this. Because this is just not, it's not a good level. It's not a good level. You can sit there, chicken. That's so disturbing. It's the ending theme a little bit. Yay! These frogs are what really suck. Ooh, okay. Frogs are not... those frogs. I don't like those frogs. See, it's hard to know what order you're supposed to do it in, because usually they are single file, and you can be like, oh, okay, this is the order I need to do it. Not always. Not always. So far, I'm not getting hit, which is good. And they give you a lot of lives in this level because they knew they made it too hard. I'd rather have chickens. Need more chicken. Just like the cow said. I'm gonna eat more chicken. I'll take cows, I don't care. Something to give me butterflies. That guy's ready to kill me with the dagger. But guns? Nah, guns, daggers, like spears, cannonballs, all things that take longer than to kill you with, to suffer through. But no, guns, no, it's too much. I wish you could talk to the fairy instead of the dragon. See, look at that, single file. So far, I'm doing a pretty good job. Yeah. And the cage got in my way, too. Do not fly directly into these frogs. These frogs suck. You can fire those frogs, but why would you do that? Why would you make your life harder? What the heck? That's not what I did! I swear, it's like I push in one direction and it goes woo into another direction. And that's true for every... See, that's way too fast. I just got hit twice. This... See, that's... I mean, like, they could have fixed that in this remaster, but no, that wouldn't be true to the remaster if you choose to improve things. What? I hit the ceiling? Are you kidding me? What ceiling? Wow, I was doing a good job until that happened. The game said, no, you're not flying right because you hit the ceiling of the world with an open sky. What a load. That works. Yeah, because I'm off to the right by a few inches. Few pixels. Inches, yeah, pixels. Because it's obviously not real, so it's 5 pixels. You know what I mean? It's like, are you serious? I didn't hit anything. There's nothing there. If you're gonna have something there, put something solid in it. That's fine. Have it blocked off from your sight then. But there's nothing in your way, then there's nothing in your way. At least I'm not afraid of them now. Okay, forward. Right. So these are those one-ups because they knew something was going on. Oh. Thank you. These frogs suck. I don't like these frogs. I could, like... I don't know if I can ram those guys or not. But I'm not gonna take that chance. What? What? I got stun locked and then I got turned around for no reason. That's dumb. That's really dumb. You shouldn't be allowed to be hit twice in a row. Even Mario, Crash Bandicoot have blink time, but Spyro doesn't. That seems a little finicky to me. That's never happened before in Spyro 1. Activision Blizzard needs to fix this game. And you know they... okay. That would have been my fault. I notice there's no chickens around. Yeah, because this place is unfair. And stupid. I'm complaining a lot for something that's supposed to be chill. But once this is over, I'm getting to a good level. The Treetop Terrace. That's a good level. Yeah, sometimes the supercharge can be off, but it's usually because you did something wrong. This is just an unfair level that needed to be tweaked from its original. But nope, quick buck, says Activision. What? How did I not hit him? I was off by a single pixel and I get hit for it? This game. This game. I mean, like, there's no way I'll game over. No way. By the time I'm finished with this level, I'm always out of fairies or whatever. Out of hits, I mean. But it's... why is it so unfair? Not only that, Activision Blizzard decided that the Spyro 2 and 3 are digital only. You can't have those on your disc. Because owning your games is a thing of the past. Just dumb. Treetop Terrace, I'll still call it Treetop Terrace because I think that comes from Donkey Kong. Whatever, let's go. I got 2 hits, that's plenty. I was looking for chickens. I don't know if Beast Makers... I think Magic Crafters is still probably one of my favorite worlds. I don't know, it's hard to say. Dreamweaver is cool too. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know what these things are. They're big apes. And they throw bananas. Going back this way though. A chicken! Sometimes the animation isn't prop. That's okay. We're going all the way first? I think so. Again, that's my fault. I forgot where I was going. That's okay. It takes forever to reignite too. Load time needs to be reduced severely. As soon as I want to get started again, it's like, nope, sorry. See, now I'm doing it. Okay. Ooh. Now try running now. You gotta know where to go. I don't know why they have eggs. Because I already got all the eggs. I just forgot where I was going and look what happened. Do not go in the exit portal. I do not want to do this again. Or I don't want to... Okay, here we go. Now what do I... Hey, look at that. What up? They know you have a difficult time, so... They give you this. I need to get that chest, too. I need to complete one path and go along the other path. No. Where's the whirlwind at? Oh, I don't have to. I can just jump from here. Back to the beginning. We're gonna complete this cycle first. Before going up there. Definitely. Give me one up. Oh. See if I can aim for this thing. There it is. Yeah. Can I reach the? Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done this track. That's okay. I completed that track, so I'm going on to the next one. And everything that goes along with it. Inside surprise! Oh no, it's a dragon. These are properly designed for the game. Man, I'm complaining a lot. I need to stop. But, oh, what? That's not cool, game. Like, the charge is great most of the time, but you can be running through boxes and suddenly you'll miss a box. It happens a lot. And these little things start to build up. It's crazy. But it happens. Gosh. Gonna go all the way. Woohoo! I love that. Hey, look. I think I rested this bonfire. But if I do, all the enemies will come back. I have never done a magic class on Dark Souls 3. Just seems like a waste of time. Since, like, you have this weapon. Cool. That's a lot better and you can abuse weapons. But I've never found a way to abuse spells. I guess we're gonna find a way, huh? That'd probably be better. What? That's not my fault. Reignite faster. That's what I don't like about dying the most. You have to wait so long. Oh, that's right, there's a chest back there I can't get. It's up there. I can't get you up there. Oh, right. Oh, okay, stop. Yes. Here we go. I'm gonna get that chest. Off for the treasure. I completely messed up on this level. Not just from dying, but from, like... What? Oh. Usually it doesn't happen. My level's low. No. Okay. Hopefully I won't miss it this time. If I do... Before I go anywhere... What in the world? How did I miss you? I thought that was a glitch for a second. But this one hardly glitches. I'm thinking like, Spyro glitches? I'm like, oh yeah, all the time. Oh hey, ooh, okay. Another one up. Where did they go? Where is everybody? I guess they're dead. Hopefully I didn't miss a gem. Yay, I did it. Woohoo! Okay. Oh, there it is. Say, like, where am I going? How come there's no level? Give me one up. Oh. No, I don't count the butterflies I get. I just hope it's a one up. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry I'm not an expert. I died once because the game thought, hey, you have too many lives. Let's go ahead and get rid of some of them. It's just the way it is. Here comes the boss. That's all about that. Missing the targets because they're too small. There it is. There we go. So I need to count them. Oh man. There was no chickens on this level, so I gotta be careful. Because boss levels have no health item pickups, which are chickens in this case. They roll these guys, which I do have to say, it's kind of a misuse of them. They treat employees like that. How can they keep a workforce? I don't know. That's some loyalty you got there. Shame if anything were to happen to it. I will have to say, I do like collecting the gems, because that's the only thing challenging, I think, about this game. Because if you just went through the level, just collecting the dragons, it would probably be not as good. He is so happy to throw that bananas at me. He's like, yeah! I'm throwing bananas at you? Oh. Oh, you didn't like that. Oh look, there's a chicken. And I wasted him. Because explosions. I tell lies. Huh. Oh, there's a guy around this corner. Too bad he's not doing his job. Slacking off on the job, man. Wow, there's plenty of chickens in here. This must have been where the one from Misty Bog went. This is probably the hardest boss in the game. But unfortunately, I'm not going to face him yet. It took me forever the first time I redid this. I was like, where do you go? Like, it looks like a platform down there, but there's no way. Yeah. Oh, okay. So if you hit anything, you go soaring down. And that kind of just ruins your momentum. Well, oh. Yeah. Hope it's not death. If it's death, well, too bad. sure there's a quicker way to go upstairs, because you always have to jump upstairs. Why can't it be ramps? What do you have against little dragons and their tiny feet? That's okay, I got a chest. Yay, flutter. Again, sometimes that flutter ability, when it should work, does not. I think the reason why it's inconsistent, because, like, I think they developed the game with the flutter in mind for hard to reach places that people have had trouble with in the past, and not for every ledge. Boom. Get out. If he stood his ground, I couldn't do anything. Just the way it is. I keep saying that. That's the way it was. Repetitive, trying to come with a commentary. Who's ever heard of such a thing? Nervous people who don't know what they're doing. It's true, you should look it up. 40% of all people know that you can use statistics to prove anything. Ah, crap. Nope. What the, see, I went straight for that knot. Oh, that node. Okay. Good for you. Well, if you were a threat, it's kind of funny. I see he's the hardest boss. Hey, what's up, man? My, hell, what's going on, Ed? We're just chilling over here, and I'm still doing this. Because my eye is finally better enough where I can do this. How Sherry's eye is? It's nowhere near that level. What? No. No. It's not that bad. Come on. That's fantasy. I'm just giving you an example. Of course, in the last few days, I think I'll know... What? Oh. Okay. It still says it's inside. Did you miss one, Sparks? What in the world? You gotta be kidding me. But there's nothing over there, Sparks. What? What happened? Did he throw it so hard he threw it into the wall? Why didn't you pick that one up, Sparks? What? Why? Why do you persist in being the most disappointing Firefly since... No? Pretty disappointing. Because of video games? Oh man, I wish. No, it was a, I think I just... I don't know, just, like... It's not because of video games. I don't sit that close. Which is a fairy tale, by the way. Not a fairy tale, but it's like... I should say that it doesn't help your eye strain to do it that, but no, it wasn't video games. It was, I think I just rubbed it the wrong way and then I slipped on it, probably. Or like it could be allergies combined with other things. So I got some Iobol relief, and it seems to be doing the job, so I don't have the a myth of fairy tale. So it's not pink eye. Whenever I hear the word pink eye, I think of the a Halloween episode of South Park, which I don't watch anymore, because that's just like, of course, I don't watch TV, but whatever. TV's dead. To me, TV is dead, and it's on its last leg. Only thing keeping TV alive is HBO and AMC. Without those, no one will watch TV, except people who are in the aged minority. Even they're cutting the cord because they see how cheap it is, and they're like, "We love to save money. Can you offer us anything more?" No. Okay. I guess we're cutting the cord. I do say this game is rather bright. Yeah, that's what people do. They watch Netflix. I watch YouTube and Netflix. That's about it. I don't watch TV. TV's... yeah. These guys are great. Dreamweaver Homeworld's kind of cool. And they're like, "Hey, you want to get through here?" No, no, too bad. No. You silly people. Let's go ahead and go this way. Hey, how's it going? I'm the balloonist. Oh. Ascending a crew 2 times that day. Then got burned by a dragon. This isn't the story of the Grinch. Because, like, Breaking Bad and, I was never Breaking Bad, but AMC has, like, The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, Hills on Wheels, stuff like that. And I'm like, that's impressive to me. That they can keep stuff going like that. Boop. Crystal Cannon? Really? It's in kind of homes anyway, so... meh. They stay the same size, so it's cool. Like, there is stuff on YouTube that I'm like, I am always impressed with. I guess I'll go this way, because I don't trust myself to find my way back. Which is okay. Usually I end over here, but whatever. We're gonna do the flight first, because that's the most challenging level. I will say, like, I do have some, like, eye strain sometimes now, but I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. I can do this for a little while. I'm probably going to finish Magic Crafters and albeit. I just begun. I appreciate you have a look button, but this shouldn't be tied to canceling things. Oh, wrong one. Are they pointing over there because... Cool, okay. I just want to make sure before I leave. Haunted Towers. That's like one of my favorite levels. Dreamweavers might be my favorite place to go in this game. Ooh, okay. Flaming things gives you the animation, which takes longer. I mean, when I say that, I sound like a speedrunner. But I'm not, but it's like, come on, man. It takes like 2 seconds to do it. And I'm just like, come on, I got places to be. Okay. That was weird. Come on. Ah, crap. I need to get that. I think I look back. I would have been like, where did I miss it? Sometimes when you charge, just go off the rails. Icy flight. Let's go ahead and do it. Then we'll go to the right place. Oh no, it's uneven. That probably triggers some people. Which, by the way, there are some terms that shouldn't be used casually, like trigger. Like, I'm triggered. I'm like, over what? Okay. Yes, retry. Because you are a dumb game sometimes. And if I burn something, it should light up. That's how the game works. That's the way you should do it. But sometimes we don't want to do that. No, man. Okay. I'm really nervous when you do that. Please don't. Now, where's the treasure chest? I swear there's one behind me. I'm gonna lose it. Here we go. Boom. Train. Woo! Okay. We're doing it. Hey, what's going on? Hopefully that wasn't a place I needed to go. Oh my gosh. That's what I hate about the flame attack. It takes forever to get going again when you need to just go. It's okay, we can ring around. And that's them. Hopefully don't miss any of them, because if you do, you gotta do it all over again. They're like, when you're near them, they give you a signal like, how dare you! Just the way it is. Now we are quitting. Because on next Spyro 2 and 3, there are no, like, things to collect afterwards. Which makes these flying levels much better. With the worst thing being the race to butterflies. The rest of the races and other flying levels of Spyro 3 are much easier because they give you more boost, chance to counterattack. Hey, buddy. Oh no. Someone's crushed Bear Hall. Oh my gosh. Christopher Walken in Country Bears is friggin' great. People should go on YouTube later on, not right now, to go see those scenes where he just crushes Bear Hall over and over. It's absolutely great. That movie is unironically hilarious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, do get a crack on me sometimes. So how are the days going? How are you in these days of days? And I just got like, my ear just suddenly popped. And it's weird when your ear just pops. But hey, I'm close. I'm close to, I know I started early, but it's just the way it is. Okay. Oh yeah, this is another one of my levels that I'm like, yeah, this is fun. 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 It's interesting, I should say, not mostly fun. It's mostly interesting and kind of fun. Wonder what Chihuahuas, though. It's fun. Just kidding. Just kidding. Only in video games can you do that and be like, eh, they're fine. Ed, you're my ambassador. You need to get the locals on my side. Now, if everything that's to creep you out, those flying devil things are like, you could put that at the end of a horror trailer and it'd be just as fitting. So you look at a new Chucky movie and suddenly bam, devil thing. It would fit. Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that. Try to be more consistent with these streams, but I've been busy doing not really commissions, but I could get paid for it. I saw. I think it's just my imagination. I need him to be small. What about it, huh? Well, I screwed up. I'm not even used to, like... That's okay, there's plenty of bouncing mushrooms around. If that makes any sense. I know it's magic crafters, but like... Why'd they choose bouncing mushrooms? Hey, you know, go great with with magic bouncing mushroom. What? I do like the crystals or whatever, and embedded in the rock and whatever. That's a neat touch. I like it. The reason why I think this is more interesting than fun is just that you have to backtrack through the level to get everything. I know I said it'd be easier to charge those things, but you have to track them down. And you didn't even get... You didn't even get the other butterflies because it has a hitbox. The butterflies have a hitbox. Oh, by the way, Ed, you mentioned my titles for videos or whatever. Well, this one's still gonna be called casual, but I put scaring the little girl for one of them. If you know where that comes from. Like, scaring the little girl? That's, if you know where that comes from, you watch some obscure movies. It's not even from a movie, it's from a miniseries. I'll give you a chance to rattle around for a little bit to see, like, where's that from? What you talking about? Is this guy for real? Is he some kind of weird amalgamation of a man? I don't know. Just speaking. Oh, you don't? Oh, man. That comes from a, it's not Tommy Knockers, it's, I forget what it is. It's the one where the people in the airplane go, back in time and they have to go forward in time. It's a Stephen King miniseries. I can't remember what it's called. It's not Tommy Knockers. It's not it. It's the one with the meatballs who eat time. I can't remember what they're called. Man, I can't remember what it is now. It's pretty old. It's pretty 80s. Like, it's pretty 80s, man. Like, everything I ever come up with is from the 80s or The Simpsons or Futurama. Like, someone did a pretty good, like, Jump Force has a pretty good animation, and someone made it like, I must go now, my planet needs me joke, and I'm like, that's a good joke. That comes from, The Simpsons. I don't care if you hit me. I still got my dragonfly. He's still good. I'm almost at the end. I'm at the end. Yeah. Oh man. It's one of the, it's a made for TV movie or whatever. That what's the Stephen King novel? I can't remember what it is. Langoliers, that's it. Yes, thank you. Langoliers. Yeah. One of the characters like it's like there's this little girl on the plane, she's blind, but she has the ability to see things, you know, that other people don't. And like she gets really scared of one of the people, and he's like, oh, it said and he's like, it's like, stop it, you're scaring the little girl. And it's like, scare the little girl. And like, yes. Actually, I need to go in here. You've been spared for now. Alright. There is life. Life is all around you. Okay, whenever you go see a Stephen King miniseries, you have to keep this in mind. You have to keep that in mind where that it's gonna be fun for being so dumb. You have to just laugh at it and all that stuff, including it, by the way. It is completely funny. It's because it's kind of funny how like the remaster did it better per se, even though that movie's not that good. People loved it, and I'm like, it's pretty standard horror. Like, have you ever seen an 80s movie in your life? What the horror is? Kids horror in the 80s was so hardcore. They didn't care about absurd scenarios making sense. They just said, it exists. What the heck? I didn't know you floated over here. That's cool. You're still dead. But whatever. It's just the way it is. But still, those Stephen King miniseries are like, they're pretty funny. They're pretty funny stuff. Like I said, this level's kind of interesting in itself, because you need to rescue fairies. Because you partnered up with the fairies. They give you the ability to fire super breath, which is good. Okay, I can't miss this. Woohoo! As long as he gets defeated on the way down, you don't run into his hitbox. The what? Oh, Freddy movies? Yeah, even though they did get funny as well. Like, watch The Last Nightmare with the serious... Seriously, it's not possible. He kills somebody on a video game using a, using the power glove. What? How can you take that seriously? Hey, you forgot the power glove! Don't get me wrong, it's great. Like, there's some creative deaths, but man, his one-liners are so funny. I think that's what Pennywise should have been in the first place. This is a guy who makes stupid jokes and just kills you in inventive ways. Except you're awake. Like the first movie, fantastic. It holds up incredibly well. They're actually like, it's one of the smarter like horror movies. I like the remake. I mean, there are certain things about it that I'm like, okay, that makes a little more sense, but again, remakes are about, we need to make it have more sense, because people like logic now. No, just make a scary movie. Just make a movie that's scary. Because the only thing science really works on in horror movies nowadays is like exorcism movies. Because you have a template of The Exorcist. And that's kind of your standard for possession movies. Yeah, that's right. Because, like, in that movie, there's a lot of science behind, like, there's a lot of explanations going on that are like, how do we cure this? Like, how do we get through it? Don't you... I just thought. I change thoughts a lot when I'm on a tangent, but it's like, I'm talking about The Exorcist while playing Spyro. Let that seep in for a little bit. Yeah. Whoop. That seep in a little bit. Haha, Spyro, color for colors. The devil. Which again reminds me of which reminds me of something else. Creepypastas. Which are, by the way, some of the funniest reading you'll ever have. Even the ones that are supposed to be good. I'm like, people take this seriously? Okay. Like, not Eyeless Jack, but that guy who says go to sleep. Can't remember his name. And I'm like, wow, this story is stupid. And it's kind of funny. The truth behind, like, Chuck E. Cheese is one of the best funny reads you'll ever have. They try to make the guy in the costume a real rat. And I'm like, oh, this is hilarious. Where I found most of the stuff that scares me is like when you put like actual thought into like this, like actual truth and stuff. Like true scary stories on YouTube are great. Because like when you come across one that's supernatural, you're like, oh my gosh, like that sounds legit. Because it's not overblown. It's not like he found his best friend gutted, wasted to down. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, that's way too gruesome. That doesn't sound real. But like, when a person's like, my stuff has got thrown around and I just left and I moved out. And I'm like, that sounds reasonable. Sometimes that stuff happens. That's one of my biggest fears is like wake up one day and realize that something supernatural is in my house. that means me harm, I mean. But whatever, I need to get off this topic before I get banned. Before, like, oh man, creepy content, we better tell them to stop. Don't worry, kids. Sunshine lollipops. I'm not against happy content either. Just the right kind of happy kind of content. You laugh. Some of them do, like true life stories about, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is based on a true story that happened to somebody, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is the scariest thing ever. That some people are just that crazy. What are you pointing to? Are you failing me, Sparks? I have no idea where he's pointing though. Did I miss something over here? It's in there, so that's good. No! That's the trouble with having two of these. Whee! Oh my gosh. Let's go on adventure. Like, there are interesting horror movies that I wouldn't call scary. Like, let's see, Pinhead. Hellraiser's an interesting, like, movie, but it's not scary. Okay, sure, I'll take that. Why not? Yep. Scream, not scary. Interesting. Because they're trying to mock the horror genre as a thing. And that could be done. They showed it could be done while still being kind of jarring and interesting. And then they screwed it up with Scream 2, and it never became the same. They tried to hit lightning in a bottle twice. And it's like, sorry. Freddy's New Nightmare is not scary, but it is interesting. You mean Halloween? Like, John Carpenter's Halloween is probably the best slasher movie of all time. That's really good stuff. The remake, I don't care for, but I hear it has some interesting points, and I'm like, cool. But he's like, well, you're not paying attention to me? In the face. I've gotten pretty... that's awesome. But hey, I just don't like the idea that, like... I hate it when you use it as an excuse in horror movies, like, he had a bad childhood, that's why he's so bad. And I'm like, there's lots of people with bad childhoods who don't turn out like monsters. There has to be more to it than that. People are not just paper to, like, you know, like, people are not just pieces of paper that you write on the back of and, like, say, you are this trope. You know, now go play that trope. You know. In anime, that's absolutely fine because not everybody can be a star and you have a cast of 15 people that have gone along forever. Sometimes you kind of need that sometimes. But in the movie, no. You have to... In a horror movie, you gotta make us care. If I don't care about the main character, there's... Why should I care? Okay. Which is why The Exorcist is so good. Because it has a character that you feel sorry for. Not because she's like, you have this innocent person who just wants to make, who's just having fun. Not anything malicious, but this entity made it so. taking advantage of, like, took advantage of this little girl, which has, like, sexual implications. It does. Because, like, man, which is why, like, I can't stand, like, modern TV shows. So I watch them and I go, wow, that's horrible character writing. But that's what you get for... There's a way to do periodical, like, episodes. Like... I'm trying to think of a good idea, like... I think Batman the Animated Series had a lot of good periodical episodes that still had an overarching thing about them. Boom. No armors. But it's really hard. Like, that's the thing about writing, though. Something for so long. But Deep Space Nine. Go watch some Deep Space Nine if you really want good character studies of, like, periodical episodes and an overarching theme. It's such a good show. People think Star Trek is about science. No, man. Deep Space Nine is so much more. It probably has one of my favorite villains of all time. Gul Dukat. Gul Dukat is a wonderful villain. The thing is, though, like, the villains are the people who don't see themselves as villains. In fact, he's kind of just, like, antagonist for a long time in the show. Then he becomes full-on villain. He just stops pretending. Nah. I actually disagree. The exorcism is not the scary part. No. The scary part's what happens before the exorcism. It's that build-up. You got if there was no build-up, it would not be scary. The scariest part is seeing her, like, grow into this thing, and you're like, my gosh. It can't get worse, can it? It gets worse. And it continues to get worse progressively. Not just all at once. That's what a lot of some, like, horror movies go on. They want you to get it over with all at once. Which can work, but it has to be done in such a way where the characters are likable. Like John Carpenter's The Thing gets it over with. Like, things happen right away. But again, I would say that the characters are likable enough that you don't need an in-depth character study of everyone there. It's just the way it is. Watch John Carpenter's The Thing. It's really good. Like, I'm not kidding. Because it's not a standard horror movie. At all. Because they make all the right decisions. They make all the right decisions. And things still mess up. What I hate about horror movies sometimes is that they make dumb decisions and things go wrong. Like, no kidding. But in John Carpenter's The Thing, they try to make all the right decisions. They think about things. They don't just say, like, this is what we need to do and you must follow me. Like, everyone has their own interpretation of what's going on. And they're all right. But which one do you go with? And they make sound decisions. But things still find a way to go wrong, even with all these precautions in place. Like, why can't you do that more, Hollywood? Because big Hollywood believes that cheap scares. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Whatever. I missed the timing. Do I need to... How do I restart this thing? Do I need to die to do this again? Oh, good. I have to leave the area. Daggone it. One bump is all it takes. Ah, yeah, alright. Alright. Oh, man. Paranormal activity. Oh, man. Okay, I have a story to tell about that one. Okay. People think I'm crazy, but I like the first 3 Paranormal Activity movies. They are fantastic minimalism horror movies. However, it's too minimal sometimes, and that turns people off, and they don't know what to do with that. Since there's no like huge scares, you know, that it turns people off. And I can get where they're coming from. Sometimes, like, John Carpenter is scary to some people, and it's overblown. Like, it has a huge budget, and it shows off that huge budget. But Paranormal Activity, I think it was right for what it was. However, when I first watched it, I watched it on a laptop. And I'm glad I did, actually. Because I couldn't hear certain things about it. That I watched it again on a big screen on Netflix or whatever. And I was like, I know when the thing's coming. I can hear this hum coming from the camera whenever it comes in the room. I can see, like, I don't have to see it, I can hear it, and that kind of ruins like what it's about, I think. And on a laptop, I couldn't hear that hum in the background. So I was like, where is it? When's it coming in? Is that it right there? No, that's just... I was glued to my screen trying to find that thing. And whenever I did, I caught Lovecraft Syndrome. Because it's this morbid curiosity. Oh man, where is it? Is that it? I started looking for footprints, stuff like that. I was like, oh man, I'm like watching an internet video that like it's gone wrong. And this guy's just recording his life. And I'm like, oh man, this is tense. And she would just... And seeing what happens to the woman, Katie, I think. It's just like she's standing out in the cold, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "No!" It's like, she was like, "How dare you ask what I'm doing?" Like, the heck with you! Like, oh my gosh! Like, this woman's gone crazy. Like, it's obviously she's possessed. To the audience, but here's the thing about that: it's totally a realistic reaction. What happens? That guy and everyone else in the world does not believe in the supernatural. If you think about it, if that stuff started happening to you and you start to record it and stuff, I'd record it. You know, a lot of people do. Very good horror. I mean, like, it's debatable person to person. I mean, I'm the person who enjoyed the Blair Witch Project for what it is. Didn't really scare me. But still, you have to separate yourself from the put yourself in the character's shoes. Like, how would you feel being outdoors for so long and like being unable to sleep? and all that stuff. I mean, this thing is keeping you up almost all night. You're running out of food and water, which makes you more crazy. People are questioning you. Daggone it, these things are so cheap. And so they're arguing with each other, like, and the wobbly camera, like, it makes sense. Plus, they had no budget. But it doesn't matter. They told a good story with it as much as they could. I shouldn't say a good story, but yeah, a good enough story with the budget they had. Like, I'm not gonna judge people who don't. Yeah, I'm like, seeing her stand. I think that's the scene that got me. Because, like, you can bear it as long as it happens at night. But once it starts happening in the day, you're like, what do we do now? This thing is after during the day. Like, things have gotten real. It stopped caring. And if you go by, like, the rules of, what I call it, the rules of, like, The Conjuring, it's lowering your defenses. Boom. Man, I'm talking a lot about horror movies. I'm gonna be demonetized. I can't make my no money anymore. Because we're talking about horror movies so much. Scary stuff. How dare they make scary movies these days? It's non-profitable. Kind of like what Capcom kind of said about, like, Resident Evil. Resident Evil needs to be changed all the time. No one wants a traditional survival horror. Horror games aren't profitable. Oh, crap. Whew. People like them shooters. That's what they should have said. Like, it doesn't make as much money. Because, you know, companies have to get all the money. Not some of the money. All the money. Did I get a key? Is the whole point coming over here? I'm a little bit confused. Okay, I should be okay. That jump is impossible. If I've seen it before, maybe. See, look at that, it's so dark because I can't see the edge. Okay, good. I got it. Boom. Take that, ass lax. Yeah, that's a thing people said. Right? I don't know. I just report on it. Because if you were a 80s kind of person, that's kind of what you did. You kind of watched horror movies. Oh. Why do you Pringle elves have to stop me from progressing? Huh, I appreciate the drool. I like the design of these enemies though. They're kind of cool. You don't find them anywhere else. But man, these bosses suck. The bosses in Spyro are pathetic. They are really pathetic. Is Nasty's World next? I don't know. We'll find out. And free comics. I will say this. I have a lot of comics on my wall, but most of them are like, here's the thing, like, let's turn the switch a little bit. I think the reason I love family movies more than standard movies, because if you have a really good family movie, you've accomplished something great. You have done something really well for both sides of the spectrum. Like, even though I've just been ruined about the Iron Giant, but you know, like something like the Iron Giant, like you could see that with your family and be like, wow, that was a really great movie for kids and adults. Kind of like Star Wars, you know, like Star Wars is totally a family movie. Skill points. Get some skills. Yeah, right. Okay. I have Avatar stuff on my wall. The Avatar comic books on my shelf. Because I want to know what happened to Zuko's mom. And other things after that. Which is kind of interesting, but kind of disappointing. It's sort of like buying the DLC to BioShock Infinite. It's disappointing.
Well done. Nasty's, are you ready to go?
Yeah, Nasty's World. Alright. Here we goes. Like, I think, like, one of the best sequels of all time is The Empire Strikes Back. One of the best sequels. It has, like, a darker tone to it, but it kind of, like, raises the stakes of what A New Hope established. This is not just about good versus evil. This is, an epic clash of destiny versus will. You know. He was like, alright, Luke's now like a genified hero. How strong can Darth Vader be? Oh crap. You're gonna...
Need a lift?
No, I'm just... Yeah, stay here. I'm trying to get the gems around you. Oh, man. I am a Marvel movie fan, but I'm always going to be a DC fan at heart. Because I grew up with Superman, the animated series, Batman, the animated series. It's true I also grew up with X-Men, the animated series, and Spider-Man, the animated series, but you can't compare with Batman. Batman was #1. Then I watched Brave and the Bold, The Batman, Young Justice is probably the best superhero show I've ever seen in my life. And it's DC, so I'm still a DC fan. But when you talk to them about, like, younger people, they're like, Marvel's better because of movies. And I'm like, whatever, it's fine. Believe it or not, Infinity War is fantastic. I love that movie. It's great. But I just can't I just can't let go of DC. I even saw a Suicide Squad. I heard it was bad, but I saw it and I said, you know, I had a good time. It's not a good movie, but I had a good time. There are parts of that movie and I'm like, wow, this is really good. Someone win in the end? The only movie I can think of where a bad guy wins at the end. I hate to say it, but Exorcist. Because they don't come out ahead. Not really. They kind of break even. Because a priest dies. They don't defeat it, it just like enters another body. And I'm like, that's not winning, that's like trading. That's like suicidal. But the demon, or demons, don't win either. Because they lose their innocent soul they were going to take. And that person will probably go along to like write books about it and all that stuff. I mean, like, Exorcist 2 didn't happen. What was that? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm glad they let you fly around this part of the section. This feels like a lot more open. It's probably the most open. What? I missed that? We have to correct this. And the Michael Keaton one? Yeah, original Tim Burton's Batman is great. It's... oh my gosh, it's a bit dated. But I still think it's better than The Dark Knight. The only thing I hear is like, oh man, it's so much better. And I'm like, why? Because the Joker. And I'm like, okay, what else? Yeah. I'm not saying that Joker's great. I mean, Heath Ledger's great in that movie as the Joker. But, and like the Joker in the Michael Keaton Batman is just a Jack Nicholson role that's a little funnier. But Michael Keaton's Batman is great. It's freaking great. In fact, no one could see him as Batman, and that's why they picked him for the role, which is great. Like, that's perfect. But again, Marvel, holy crap. They're on a roll. Hopefully losing James Gunn won't be a huge loss. No, I can't believe they lost him. I'm like, really? You can't let that go, Disney. Alright. See what happens when the new Guardian of the Galaxy tanks. I think I'm a self-aware critic when it comes to movies. I'm like, I know this is bad, but I enjoy it. Why can't other people do the same? I'll tell you what's probably one of the best Batman movies of all time. It's Mask of the Phantasm. It's based off the animated series. It's great. In fact, it's too perfect. It doesn't really have, like, the complete flaws, I guess, that makes it interesting. But, yeah, I know it doesn't make sense, but yeah, it's... sometimes it's better to be a little off at your movie, but than it is to be absolutely perfect. Because if you're absolutely perfect, no one will remember you. Flaws are remembered more. Hate to say it. Just why negativity is so strong. It's easier to come up with. Take it from an amateur writer, like sometimes you just have to... you have to put a little error in what you do. Leave things as they are. I'm going the wrong way. I mean, the right way, but I don't want to go there yet. Oh my gosh, that movie's so good. I watched that for free on the internet. And I don't feel ashamed at all. Oh, here we are. Oops. I think I have a wasted key. I know it's even tougher than coming up with movies, great horror movies. It's great horror games. Because that's kind of subjective. Because I'm not really scared of horror games, really. Like Resident Evil 2, I was like, Mr. X chases you around. And he's intimidating. Not really scary, it's just imposing. I'll tell you what got under my skin is the, what's that? Some of the, one indie game was like, nice. I love that series so much. Of course, I still love X-Men too. X-Men's great. I forgot how short this place is. Pretty short. This is the last level before the boss. Add it up in the loading screen. And, man, I forgot where I was at, but I love, like, Wolverine became one of my favorite characters because of the animated series. I love in the first episode he walks away when Morph is... He's like... And like, when Morph, like... supposedly dies. And he's like... Wolverine gets so mad he cuts up Cyclops' car. He's like, tell Scott, I made him a convertible. I'm like, ah... That's a good line. I have played Evil Within and it was kind of boring. I didn't want to continue it. It's not for me. I hear it's pretty great, but I'm like, nah. I mean, it's like, in the first scene of that game, the city gets destroyed, and I'm like, who are you, Michael Bay? And then nothing else, like, matters anymore. Nothing feels like it has weight after that. You just go on the levels like nothing happened, and I'm like, have more questions, sir. Like, your city got destroyed. Why do you not care? Then I saw the entrance to Evil Within 2, and I'm like, did he always know that he was in a simulation? I'm like, I'm so confused. Okay. I wasn't sure he died, that's why I was like, ah, what's going on? But yeah. By the way, they use paintball guns. In the original, they use actual, like, rifles and stuff, and actual guns. But no, man. Kids can't play it if it has guns in it. There's no such thing as a threat. Make them look like Splatoon characters. It's kind of funny if you actually watch my original Spyro playthrough. I'd probably say that. But whatever. I just didn't find it appealing. I'm like, yeah, after the first few levels, I'm like, I'm out of here. This ain't for me. I also played the, I've never played Amnesia. I hear it's really good. Or Penumbra. I've played all Resident Evils now. Because 2 counts. 2 definitely counts. Yep. I will say that the it does look like Resident Evil 4 on steroids. And just because it's in third person doesn't mean you should be unfair. I always feel like those games are kind of unfair. Full control means that they can do whatever. I'm like, no. I disagree fully, but that's okay. Other people enjoy it and say it's scary. I'm like, cool. Like I said, in Resident Evil 7, the only thing that scared me was if a ghost suddenly appeared in Resident Evil 7. It can happen. Like, if you watch videotapes of the past, you can run into the ghost. And I'm like, ooh, that actually would scare me. But only for a little bit. Because I'm waiting for it to happen, and I'm like, it's not happening. It's the anticipation. I'm not gonna... And I hear Alien Isolation is actually really scary, too. See? Yeah. I got Gatling guns filled with gelatin. I want to forget you. I'm almost done with this game. And you're gonna see one of the easiest boss battles in human lost. One of the worst last boss battles in history. It's not because it's easy. Because this is marketed as a kid's game. But man, they went way too soft. I tell you what makes you a better player of anything will be Doom 2016. That will grow hair on your chest. Hang on real quick. I'll be right back. I apologize. My brother's a rabid sports fan and he's not having a good day. Let's just say that. So if you hear that in the background, I apologize. Let's go. 100%. I'm just going to do Nasty North. I'm not going to do the extra level. Look at that power level. It's over 9,000. Over 9,000! I wonder why I get so many subs during casuals instead of during Resident Evil playthroughs. That's okay. It's fine and dandy. I just don't want to get soft locked. Because you can get soft locked in this game. I forget what we're talking about when it comes to Resident Evil. I have no idea. Oh no! Never jump and run, by the way. It just slows you down. By a lot. I'll get the rest of the gems when I can. Fortunately, when you always run, that happens. No way. I'm not for hardcore mode. I'm not gonna punish myself. What? I have to start over? Are you kidding me? It's the game's fault because you have no choice but to run after these guys. Thank you. They taunt you the right way. How dare you? How dare you, key thing? See, this is when I have to concentrate. These stupid things are narrow. I forgot where the door was for a second. Hardcore mode is not for me. I don't feel like pressuring myself to do that. That game already kind of feels unfair sometimes. I played standard mode, and lickers are ridiculous. And I'm like, lickers are terrible. Like, who thought this was a good design for them? Now, the first time, we're not going to chase him. We're going to get our gems. I'm gonna quit soon, though. That's for sure. For sure. Running and jumping used to be the best thing you could do in this game. But not anymore. Oh, gotcha! Oh. People tried to do the hardcore mode first, and I'm like, big mistake. This thing has no difficulty, so that's, I guess, a good thing. So I can't complain about difficulty, it doesn't exist.
You're toast,
Toast,
York.
no. If I miss anything... No, I've never played Wolfenstein. I played the Doom level of Wolfenstein. That's as closest to it as I got. Oh, whoops. I forgot triangle button is skip instead of start. Whoops. Still, it's nice to have this one-on-one conference. Now, if I didn't get 100%, I gotta go back in there and get it. And you can't skip this one.
Ancient history now. So, what's in there?
I believe this is Nasty's treasure hoard. But But the gate will only open if you have found everything in the Dragon Kingdom.
It's okay to steal from somebody if they're stolen from you first. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be full of it. Where is it? I gotta go back because I missed a gem. As soon as I get it, I'm leaving. There it was. That better count. Which Wolfenstein's 2? Is that the newest one? The New Order or whatever? Yeah, I did it! Well, $20, that's a good price. And I got 100%. Nasty's loot, but... Oh my goodness, no. What was that about? I don't know, it must be like trying to turn into something. Well, anyways... I think that'll be it for now. Thanks for joining me, Ed. That's this one-on-one. But I need to quit now because of the stuff that's coming up and all the stuff in the background. That's why I started earlier, so I wouldn't have to deal with that now. So yeah, thank you guys for joining, and I hope you guys have a rest of the wonderful night, day, whatever. Stay safe, stay warm.